Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Patra, and in this special edition, we're going to be talking about cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin, which has jumped to record high as traders and investors are betting big on Trump's victory. Now, remember, Bitcoin has surged to a new record, reaching over $75,060 as investors are now looking at the possibility of Donald Trump's return to the White House as well. The world's most prominent cryptocurrency, that's Bitcoin, has jumped over 8% in trade today. It's also outpaced its previous high from March, with many now seeing potential Trump administration as a boon for crypto-friendly regulations. Not just Bitcoin, but even Ethereum was seen jumping about 6.5%. Dogecoin, which is often promoted by Trump supporter Elon Musk, has also skyrocketed about 18% as well. Now, most of the experts who study the crypto world, they believe that US Securities and Exchange Commission or the SEC could now see a shift under the attitude under new Trump administration, which will benefit crypto innovation also going forward from here. In fact, the crypto industry itself has now found its way into political discussions, with Bitcoin being seen as a Trump trade due to Trump's outspoken support for crypto as well. His promises have been to make US the world's crypto hub, to create a Bitcoin reserve, and probably to bring in pro-crypto regulators have also endeared him to the digital asset community as well. Remember, Bitcoin's value has also been on an uptrend this entire year. Over 70% of surge has also been seen. A lot of this was fueled also by the ETF inflows by major players like BlackRock, Fidelity as well. But it's just in the last 24 hours that Bitcoin's market cap as well, the world's largest cryptocurrency, has surged to $1.445 trillion as well. Now, most of the analysts are already going bullish on what is the outlook going forward. But actually, let's welcome our guest on the show to really help us understand the key factors behind the Bitcoin rally right now, and whether these key factors can continue to support the momentum in Bitcoin as well. We're now joined by co-founder of CoinSwitch, Mr. Ashish Singhal, who's with us on the show. Warm welcome to you, Ashish, and good to have you with us. Well, good day for you to really celebrate these strong moves on Bitcoin. Do tell us, is it only the Trump factor and Trump trade which is pushing Bitcoin prices higher, or are there other factors too?
Thanks, Sakshi, for inviting me. I think today is a good day for the crypto community in whole. Uh, Donald Trump is definitely the biggest factor which is contributing to the rise in crypto, but that's not the only factor, right? If you look at past year, and like you mentioned, this year Bitcoin has already surged 70%, not just because of the right policies across different countries, but also now HNIs can participate in the crypto ecosystem through ETFs. We have seen over billions of dollars coming into the Bitcoin ecosystem through these ETFs, and that's what even happening now as well. As Donald Trump is set to become the next president of United States, a lot of HNI investors are now pumping money in ETF. Supply being limited, Bitcoin supply being limited, it is directly reflecting into the price of Bitcoin. All the previous cycles that we have seen, it's only driven by retail demand. But this time it is different. It is driven by retail, corporate, as well as HNI demand, all put together is what is resulting into the surge into not just Bitcoin, but many cryptos across the board.
So, do you actually feel Donald Trump's return to the White House will be favorable for the crypto world as a whole, the industry as a whole, and for Bitcoin?
We definitely see so. The signs indicate that it would be very positive. What we have seen in the last 4 years is that SEC has really cracked down on a lot of crypto players, be it Coinbase, be it Uniswap, be it many other players, and have received Wells notices and had to take back few of their services. Right, being under Donald Trump, the expectation is that he has supported crypto. He has always championed on how this innovation could really help US, and he wants to make US the blockchain hub, the Web3 hub of the world. So every company, every investor is now looking a bit more positively that the regulatory landscape could really change, and change for the positive, and really good regulations may come in which could prosper a lot of innovation that is happening in this industry. So the entire industry is really hopeful.
Okay, so there are hopes for positive regulations right there, industry favoring policies as well, a policy push coming in for the entire industry going forward under the Trump administration. It's already crossed $75,000, right? What is the kind of expectation that you have now that things are looking up for Bitcoin from here on? Where do we see this going forward?
Definitely, as if the momentum continues, we will see a lot of reflection in the price. Like I mentioned, that most of the cryptos are limited by supply. If the
Yeah.
demand continues to rise with positive regulations, what we see is many companies adopting, many companies even putting Bitcoin as a treasury mechanism to beat inflation, right? So as and when this demand continues to rise, we definitely expect price action to reflect in the price action as well. Even on CoinSwitch, just the last 1 hour, we have seen 1,500% increase in the activity, the volume that is happening, not
Okay.
just Bitcoin, across the crypto. And we see this continuing to be, right? Obviously, this is a volatile market, and users should take precautions because markets would be volatile for the next few days. Today is obviously the presidential election, but on
Yeah.
7th, one of the other big event is coming in, which is going to be the Fed rate cut.
Okay.
Whenever the
Yeah.
rates are cut, that pumps in a lot of money into different asset class, be it stock market and crypto. In the
Mm.
last cycle, we have seen 3 months ago when the Fed cut rate, it reflected in the rise of the crypto prices. So this time it would be merged with a positive regulation through the Donald Trump election. So we could see even further Bitcoin going even further from where it is today.
Right. I'll point out a few expectations that we have already been reading up. Bernstein analysts have predicted that Bitcoin could reach about $80,000 to $90,000 by inauguration day. That's January 20th. In case they believe Trump wins, and they had predicted this before, and now it looks like more likelihood is there for Trump's victory. So this could be more like what their expectation is. And we also have a further on expectation from Bernstein. They believe it could also go up to $2 lakh once favoring policies really come in for the long term as well. But you did point out, I want to really come on to that point where you've said that the next few days could be volatile because it's already run up so sharply, and it's already been on an uptrend of about 77% odd in this year so far. After a bit of consolidation, do you still see that $1 lakh being seen in the near to medium term future, Ashish?
Definitely. And, this was our expectation from this year itself. A lot of positive news has happened this year. The 70%, Bitcoin ETFs getting approved so that HNIs now can enter. And, gold ETF took almost 10 years to reach that milestone of $10 billion invested. Bitcoin, crossed it in just about a month, right? So a lot of positive has happened. We still believe that it can cross 100K by Q4 or maybe Q1 next year. So these expectations still remains. It would be volatile because of all these news coming out, all these events happening together. So I would still say that users should take on the side of caution, but the outcome seems really, really positive from where we are sitting today.
Okay, got it. Let's actually see some more aspects right there. I wanted to understand as well, Ashish. You did talk about some of the factors that will be important for us to watch out for, especially the rate cut factor, which will be important as the next key trigger for the crypto industry as a whole right now. What else could be key triggers in this, after Trump administration has firmly, been in place? What are the other key triggers that will be important for a retail investor to really watch out for?
I think that would be clearly on the side of policy, right? Policy changes, maybe changes in SEC and their stance on crypto, and instead of stifling innovation, which people have said in the US, it could take innovation into account and create more open rules, which can foster these kind of innovations in the crypto Web3 space, which are happening. So I think those are the key things that we need to look at probably in the first few months of the Trump presidency after the January inauguration. That would be few positive signs which could help us cross the 100K benchmark for Bitcoin.
Right. And last question to you, Ashish, and this would be regards to the investors who may now be feeling a FOMO of having missed out on Bitcoin as an opportunity and now may be seeing all of these key factors as supportive factors for Bitcoin's journey from here on. Would you say this is a record high level is also a good enough time to start investing in Bitcoin for somebody who's not done it thus far, looking at the factors that it could be probably moving up to $100K as well? So what is your own sense, or should one be absolutely cautious at this point in time, look at it in a staggered fashion? What is the ideal way to look at an investment opportunity here?
So, like any other asset class, Bitcoin and cryptos are no others, right? So, every asset class is reaching all-time high. Doesn't mean that you don't
Yeah.
invest in them, right? The idea is to continuously invest in whether they're going up or down to average your price to get a better return at the end of it. Bitcoin and crypto can generate the alpha in your portfolio. Obviously, you shouldn't put 100% of your money just in crypto. We believe that 4 to 6% of your investment should be in the crypto ecosystem to create that alpha into the market. And there is no right time when it comes to investment, right? As long as you're doing regular check-ins, making sure that you're averaging your price, making sure that you believe in the ecosystem and continues to invest in it. If you believe that this is the highest that it could reach, probably the next time we're talking, it could be even higher, right? So there is no right time for investment. The moment you start becomes the right time. You as a user needs to evaluate how crypto fits into your investment thesis, how much risk you can afford in your investment portfolio, and
Portfolio.
whether crypto is portfolio and whether crypto is actually right for you or not. We believe that it is a good way to generate alpha in your portfolio, and believe that at least 4 to 6% of exposure should definitely, as an individual, you should have in crypto as well.
But is the worst behind? The crypto winter now set firmly in the past.
Uh, I won't say so because these investments comes in cycles, right? Even in stock market, there have been a lot of bull runs and there have been a lot of bear cycles, right? Which and crypto being a similar asset class, you will see a lot of ups and downs into the market. So we shouldn't discount saying that from here on it will only be up and will never see down. There would be areas where there would be lesser liquidity in the market. Not a lot of momentum would happen. A lot of policy changes, if it's not positive, could impact the price as well. But overall, if we look at a few years from here where we sit, things look very, very positive. In the next 4 years, you would see a lot of development in the ecosystem, especially since now US has vowed to lead the policy ecosystem, and US has driven a lot of innovation throughout the history, right? Be it the internet, be it any major technology development that you see. We believe that next 4 years could be very, very crucial for crypto and Web3 if US takes on the side of innovations in the Web3, which all the signs point to today.
Okay, wonderful, Ashish, to speak to you today. Congratulations yet again. You're celebrating those record highs for Bitcoin, and we hope we get in touch with you soon once there is more development happening in the Trump administration on the crypto front as well. Many thanks for joining us on this special edition.
Thanks, actually. Thanks for inviting me.
All right, viewers, we'll wrap it up at that. Bitcoin at record high levels, thanks to Trump trade being played out right here amidst all the signs pointing out to Trump's return to the White House. Let's see how this space really works in from here on. Well, Ashish is positive that we could be seeing higher highs, although in the near term there could be some more volatility because the stock has Bitcoin has already moved up too much in a short span of time. So there could be some volatility that can't be ruled out. But over the next few years, there could be brighter days coming ahead for Bitcoin and the entire crypto world as well. Many thanks for joining in. I hope this has given you enough and more clarity in case you are a crypto enthusiast. But do send it to us on our comment section below in case you would want to see more coverage on the crypto space as well. And we'll be happy to create some shows for you. Many thanks for being with us on this special. Going forward from here? Of course, we will get to see the results tomorrow or day after, latest for the US elections. Then all eyes will be on the US Federal Reserve. A lot more has to play up macro as well. How are you really advising the clients to really play in this market? And what is the best way to be safe yet be able to take the best of the opportunities that present themselves?
So, if you want to play the event, so there are a lot of this views here, but we believe if Democrats come back to power, I think it will be, it's business as usual, and markets will like it. But if the Republicans come to power, there could be a short-term rally, but then that should be followed by some kind of a selling pressure, especially in the emerging markets, because of all the talks about the tariff hikes, all the talks about the inflationary environment, and the possibility that the bond yields will go up in US, and that will strengthen the dollar. So Trump win could actually lead to some kind of a short-term celebratory kind of an upsurge, but that would be the time to sell rather than buy, because we believe the kind of policies that he's been talking about, those are not in the right direction in terms of the emerging market equity.
How are you looking at this sharp recovery that has taken place in just the last one and a half hours of trade today? Does it indicate that a near-term bottom has been made in the markets? We've tested 24,000, we've come back above it again. Or do you think this is just a dead cat bounce?
We can't say tomorrow what will happen, but I am extremely bullish that the investor at large will